Hey guys, my name is Antariksh. You can call me Mr. Universe if you want. Anyway, if you haven't seen the description, my name is Antariksh, and that means universe. So I have a real passion in science and all of this stuff. So today I'm going to do my first video, and I'll be uploading weekly. Sometimes I'll be just uploading. I made this channel out of passion, out of love. So anyway, let's start going on. So what we're going to do, if you have seen the title screen, is that we're going to talk about how the solar system formed. This is episode 1. I'll be doing different episodes about the solar system since it's a broad topic, okay? So, and it will take hours to just cover up all of the things. So let's first start with how it first happened. Now the solar system was first dust, basically. Yes, we were dust. So that dust came from was our planets, a star that exploded. So I'm just going to get a star. Any star is fine. I'm not exactly recreating it, but I'm getting close to the point. Anyway, we need a big enough star for this to happen. Let's take serious. This is a big chunk of piece of star. Anyway, this is a blue I forgot what it's called, but it's a pretty big star, more bigger than our sun. Now I'm just gonna explode it. There you go. It's exploded. So anyway, all of these dust and all of that combined, collapsed and combined the star, our sun, and also all of the other planets. So the first thing that was made was the sun. Now that sun took a little bit of time to ignite and become a big yellow star, but its gravitational pull was still there, and it managed to get some of this dust and just spin it around. Now that dust collected to create small asteroids. So I've now just opened up a new simulation. Anyway, now what we're going to do is the next phase of the solar system. I'm not going to put the star, but I'm going to show you how the planets formed. All I need to get is an asteroid. Any asteroid will be fine. Yeah, this one's fine. Pretty small. See? It's running away. Well, you just saw that there the two objects combined into one object. Now, I think there's some problem with the simulation. It's not behaving the way I want. Anyway, so we're just gonna keep on doing that, and doing that until we get to that round shape. Now that round shape happens because of the gravity that is now created. Now I'm just gonna keep on doing this. See, it's getting bigger, 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 and bigger. Yeah, this will take a lot of time. Do one thing. I'm just going to copy this object. Now, since now this is a protoplanet. Now it's in its very early stages, and the sun was like really wild. Anyway, the solar system back then was really messed up, and it wasn't a place you would want to live. Like the heavier, heavier sorry, the heavier elements were closest to the star, while the lighter elements, such as hydrogen, were far away. Now, it was really messed up because the lighter elements got collected and to become massive gas giants, and those gas giants tended to come in and eat all of the rocky planets, and then just go back out and migrate there. So that's why it's like that. Anyway, now just need to copy this. I need to save this. Save and yeah. Ooh, now there's a lot, and now it's cooking my laptop. Okay, let's just zoom out. Now this went quite a lot. Like it was a lot, and also as you might have known, the all of those little like dots. Well, that actually like created a lot of volcanic surface on Earth, and Earth had like a really like bad start. Plus, not to mention that another planet hit Earth and just blew it into bits. But thankfully, we then got to the moon, and then in return we got solar eclipses. So it's actually pretty good. Anyway, now you're seeing that it's becoming more circular and circular. That's because of the gravity. Now, if I just keep on spamming the button, it should create another Earth. Okay, time to save this object also. Now I won't keep on doing this because it's just a waste of time. I'm going to go on other things, of course. Now, as I mentioned, the heavy elements such as iron and silicate were closest to the star, while the lighter elements such as hydrogen and helium were away from the star, meaning that the gas, meaning that's why the gas giants are basically gas and the rocky planets are basically rock. Now, what it should actually be is that it's going to go smallest, smallest, the nearest to the star, largest, furthest away from the star. But that didn't happen. Now, scientists think because of that was that Jupiter and Saturn, which were some of the early beginners, actually came inside the terrestrial orbit and just like ate some of the planets and or some of the rock and then migrated outwards again. So but I'm just gonna go again a few times. Okay, now it's cooking my. Okay, I'm going to speed this up. I'm just going to go to the math and yep, it's getting bigger and bigger. So anyway, that's how the planets formed. But just to cover up on some things, how did Earth get all of its water? Well, first of all, Earth didn't really have any water. It was full of molten rock. It had seas of molten rock, basically. Now, those seas of molten rock got now when it was being created, when Earth was being created, some particles actually got trapped in the rock making and were on the planet. Now that planet had a lot. Now water turns into steam when it's hot, and that's what happened. Water turned into steam, and when Earth cooled down, finally, that steam turned into rain, and finally, the first rain happened. So that's basically how it happened. Uh, most of the moons were created alongside with the planet, but some of the moons were created by, say, Mars. Mars captured, can't maybe captured Phobos and Deimos from the asteroid belt, and sometimes they're just created when another planet goes smashing into another planet, say Earth and Earth and Theo. So basically, Uh, that's how it happened. Now, just a little bit more facts about the solar system. So let's open the solar system in real time. Oh, and also some planets may be rogue planets. Now, rogue planets are actually a bit bad because sometimes they can go into the inner solar system where Mars, Earth, Venus, all of those planets exist. And, well, which one does ring a bell to you? Earth, right? What happens if Earth crashes into that rogue planet? Now, we wouldn't want that. Well, the chances of us encountering a rogue planet or even an asteroid now are very, very slim. Now, that may change because of 2020, but God knows. Anyway, let's go to uh, the solar system because I really want to show you something. Planet 9 in our solar system. Now, Planet 9 is hypothetical, okay? It may not be real. But the reason some scientists think it's real is because of Senna and far out planets such as Eris. Now, both of these objects, celestial bodies, have highly elliptical orbits. Now, how come? Well, maybe it must be like some gravitational interaction with a significantly larger object. Well, Planet 9. Also, I want to show you what happens if if a black hole comes into our solar system and eats up our star. Well, your first thought might be that, for those who don't know what's a black hole, basically a star that is very large, larger than our sun. When its core goes inside, and then it becomes a supernova, and then in that supernova, a black hole is basically a hole in the space time that has the greatest gravitational pull anywhere, and not even light can escape. Now, maybe your first guess is that, well, everything will be pulled inside in an instant. Well, let's find out, but I have a bad feeling about that idea. Anyway, let's see where it is. Yeah, found it. Okay. See, everything is in right now in a stable orbit. Now, if I go to view and orbit, yep, everything is right now in this very stable orbit. But the only downside is that poor old Earth is now too cold. It doesn't even have a habitable zone because it's not a star. Come here. Yeah. See, it's frozen. Anyway, thanks for watching my show. I'll be uploading more of these episodes. And please subscribe to my channel. It would be really, really, really helpful for you to subscribe to my channel because I'm basically new to this YouTube thing. This is Antariksh, or as you might call me, Mr. Universe.